Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra. Most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. I've been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. But today I want to talk to you about my daughter. So my daughter recently had some weight loss. Oh, my little boy. He was sleeping and I was like, okay, because I want to talk to you guys about this because I have gotten some questions, actually a lot of questions about her weight loss and what she did and how much does she eat and, you know, all of that. And so she is 14. She lost about 40 pounds, a little over 40 pounds in 8 months. And I think like what's most fascinating is how she did it. And I think like her mentality behind it. I mean, it could be so inspirational and motivational for not only teens and young girls, but also women and even moms, because a lot of times we feel like it is so complicated. And trust me, I've been there. There are times even now where I feel so frustrated and I'm like, why can't I get it together? And so sometimes I look at my daughter and she literally inspires me because of how simple her mind is and like how effective it is. First of all, if you are on a weight loss journey or if you are thinking of transitioning over to like a whole foods way of eating, low carb eating, I have a meal plan. I have an entire guide that basically walks you step by step. It's what my daughter used as well. But sometimes I feel like we overcomplicate things, and the way she did it, she had like her own little twist. And I love that. I love that for her because she is definitely very independent. She is someone that's like, I'm going to do things my way. And I love that for her because she's so young and she was just like, she just trusted herself, her intuition, and her body. And I feel like a lot of us don't trust our bodies sometimes. And we think we know more than our own, you know what I mean? Like than our bodies. And you have to understand, like, our bodies are so smart and they are survivors. And no matter what, like if we don't eat enough, our bodies goes into like a starvation mode. And it's happened to me so many times. And what it ends up ultimately doing is it causes a binge. Like it basically, like, I get these urges to binge, and that's when I know like I need to eat more. I need to fuel my body because there is no reason why I should be having these cravings, like these immense, intense cravings of like just eating food. And so getting back to my daughter, and I'll show you some photos. She's done an amazing job. She looks so gorgeous. I mean, obviously she's my daughter, so I'm going to say that, but she is. And she does play water polo, so she does work out, but she was already doing that. She's been playing water polo for many, many years. So that is not the reason why she has lost the weight. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, she's growing. Oh, she played water polo. Yes, she did. And yes, she was growing. But in the past, with her growth spurts, her weight also grew. You know what I mean? Like I knew when she was getting ready to have a growth spurt, because she would just gain like more weight than usual. She would gain the weight and then she would take us the growth spurt, and then she would just kind of end up where she was before the growth spurt, if that makes sense. So, and I'm not trying to take it away from like her growing and, just turning into like the young lady that she is. But I want to be clear that I went through the same situation. Like when I was growing, I grew, but so I grew in weight as well. So unless you make the changes, you're not going to just like slim down just because you're growing. At least that hasn't been my experience or my daughter's experience. And I can just speak for us and I can just speak for myself. But yeah, so one thing that I really, really want to mention, and I'm going to get into this a little bit because I feel like more and more, as women, we feel like the less we eat, the better. There are like and it's something that I really want to talk about because that's definitely not the mentality that my daughter had. And her name's Natalia, for those of you that don't know her. I have a few videos on here where she talks about her weight loss a little. She answered questions, so I'll leave those in the description as well if you want to take a look at those videos. But I want to talk about the food a little. Food is very, very important. It is the most important part of weight loss because the foods you eat every single day are either going to make you gain weight or lose weight, and that is something on a daily that happens every single day. Like every day you have the chance to make a change. And don't get me wrong, I do have like I pretty much live my life low carb with the exception of travel and here and there. Like today I am having a little smoothie, little treat. This is all clean, very clean ingredients from Daily Harvest. This is the strawberry peach. Everything is made with super clean ingredients, and that is what's important. Like when you are thinking about having something that has, let's just say it has more sugar than what you're used to having, then you have to focus on ingredients. Okay, a lot, like before, the Myra like 5 years ago was like, who cares, as long as it's low carb, I'm gonna eat it, versus having something that has the sugar. But my mentality has definitely changed in sense, because I know what processed foods do to our bodies and the harm that it causes our gut. And remember, our gut, it basically controls 70% of our immune system. So if you're having issues with this or that and bloating and getting like inflamed in your hair and your skin, it's coming from your gut. So you have to make sure that you are focused on like clean foods, you know. But they have every different smoothie, green smoothie, like a goddess smoothie. They have protein smoothies. This one here is one of my favorites, strawberry peach. It's not overly sweet, it doesn't have any added sugars. Literally organic strawberries, organic banana, organic peaches, like everything is super clean. This is not one of their protein smoothies because I just wanted something fresh, but it still has 3 grams of protein, which I love. Only 150 calories for this whole thing. You take the top off, you put milk, literally just fill it up, throw it in the blender, and then you put it back into your cup. So it's just like, I feel like this, like on the go, it's super easy. And it's really great for kiddos as well, because you know that you're giving them something that's like actually clean and good for you. Like it has nothing but like good for you ingredients. And I really love that. I'm telling you, that is something that is super, super important. Anyway, I was saying I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. I also put a QR code here on the screen. You can get 15% off on a box of $100 or more. But these are just think to yourself, if you want like if you're a smoothie person, if you like to have things that are quick for on the go, if you want to make sure that your kiddos are at least getting like one thing that is full of nutrients and actually good for you ingredients, then these are great. And the best part is my shipment gets delivered straight to my door. Everything is frozen, and it just, you know, basically boom, into my freezer. And then whenever I want them, blend it and let's go. So it's one of those things. It just makes life easier. So if that's kind of like up your alley, then these are great. I'm telling you. Now, in terms of actual meals and foods and snacks, I guess my main thing that I wanted to talk about was how my daughter came to me one day and she's like, Mom, I can't believe I eat so much more food now than I did before, and I've actually lost weight. And I didn't really think about it until we sat down and she was telling me this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. So you know those trays from back in the day that have like the little compartments for kids? My daughter was 220 pounds. At that point she was about 5'10", right? So super tall, almost my height. She was eating like baby little portions of food. And yeah, sometimes she would get like she'd get up and get seconds of something. But my point is, she was not sitting down eating like an immense amount of food for the weight that she was gaining very regularly. Now, when she switched over to eating whole foods. Okay. So, and again, I have a video where we talk all about it, but just to give you like a recap, and I have all of this in my meal plan. Okay. So I will leave that linked in the description. But she went from having an apple with a yogurt, a little thing of cereal, like little, like, you know, baby food. Like this is like a little portion of like a sugary cereal. She went from having maybe like an egg scramble, like burrito in a, you know, processed tortilla, of course. But it's not a lot of food is what I'm saying. To all of a sudden, she is having like ground beef, like a ground beef bowl. So she had like ground beef with like onions and peppers. And then she loves avocado. So she'd have like a good amount of guac or mashed avocado. And then she'd do like her little salsa, and she loves kimchi. Now, fermented foods are amazing. Okay, why? Because fermented foods are great for your gut. And it's crazy. Her food looks amazing. She serves it on like these charcuterie boards, like on a cutting board. She has like a good steak, and then she'll have cottage cheese, and she'll have like berries, and she'll have nothing but whole foods. But it like blows my mind how much more food she eats now than she did before. Yet she has lost 40 pounds in 8 months. What that tells me right? Being a mom, right? Like, of course I know a good amount about like nutrition and health, but like, you know, I'm not like an actual nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. So when I hear this, what clicks in my head is the fact that your body knows exactly what to do with whole foods. Your body knows exactly how to digest it, how to use it up as energy versus processed junk that your body's like just trying to get it out. It goes into your tissues. It goes into like, it is so, it's just so bad. And it's just crazy to even think about having to like think about the foods that we're having and like how bad they are for us overall. If you have it once in a while, I am not that person. I'm never going to tell you, don't go eat your favorite funnel cake at Knott's Berry Farm when you go there. That's not me. Why? Because I'm going to do that. Like I will be doing that if I'm at Knott's. I'm not going to tell you, don't go to like, you know, don't go to your favorite chicken spot in New York City when you're in town, because I'm going to be doing that. But it's very different when you do it every single day versus when you hold a clean way of eating and then have that once in a while. That's the difference. I feel like 90% of the time you should be fueling your body, giving your body enough protein, giving your body enough vitamins, making sure that you're having those whole foods. And then when you have a birthday, a celebration, a holiday, something along those lines, enjoy. Why not? Like, you know what I mean? Some people are like, no, I can't. Okay, then that's great. Like, if you know and you just cannot do it, then don't do it. But, you know, for me, it is so interesting. And I feel so blessed to have been able to witness my daughter go through this weight loss journey without developing an eating disorder, without having to like kill herself at the gym, without having to be an extremist about things. Like, she literally just said, Mom, I want to lose weight now. Like, it is time. And I said, okay, baby, I'm here. Let me know what you want to do. And she said, originally she said she wanted to do carnivore. And then I asked her, okay, explain to me what that is. She explained it to me and I said, Mama, that's not carnivore. That's actually just whole foods. She said, but I don't want to have, you know, this and that. I don't want to have like a lot of bread. I don't want to have a lot of pasta. I don't want to do a lot of rice. She just wanted to keep it low carb. And so we followed a plan together. I actually lost 30 pounds. She's lost 40. And that's when I created the ultra low carb meal plan. So that is basically what we have both done. But I think for me, I think like people just see it as like, oh, Myra already knows. Like Myra has done it and it's different. Well, it's not. Like, I am such a foodie. I am such a like comelona. Like, if you know Spanish, you know what I'm saying. Like, I love to eat. I love tamales, tortillas, gorditas. Like, I love ice cream, aguas frescas, like horchata. I love food. Like, that is my favorite thing to do in the world, you know? So it's not easier for me. It's just that I know how I want to feel, and I also know how I want to look, and I have goals that I want to stick to. And with that, I find balance. And I think that that's where I'm at now. Could I be a little thinner? Yes, probably about 10 pounds thinner. I could. But, you know, I've gotten to a place in life where I'm like, how important is it for me to just always like be like trying to diet and 5 more pounds, and I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to drink my coffee until 2 p.m. versus a 10 a.m. And I'm not going to have, you know, a piece of sourdough toast today. You know what I mean? Like, I also, like, I've gotten to a place where I'm at now. I'm like, okay, I'm not the thinnest I've ever been, but I'm the happiest. And I am the most at peace that I have ever been. And actually, it gives me chills to even just say that. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. But yeah, it's so crazy. It is. It's like crazy because I feel like I have struggled with that for so many years. Hold on, I need to get it together. I have struggled with that for so many years. And I feel like I have finally found a place in my life where I feel like happy and balanced, and I don't worry about food every day, and I don't like rob myself of memories that I did like growing up because I was always just so worried about being thin. And like, I'm not there anymore, and it just makes me so happy. And I'm like, more happy that I was able to witness my daughter like not have to go through any of that. Okay, I was not supposed to cry at all. Like, this was not even that type of video. So anyway, let me get it together because I am not trying to be like crying here with you guys. But as you can tell just from this, like, there is a lot of emotional like ties to restricting, and what's the word, I can't even think of exactly what I'm trying to say, but let's just say that, you know, I've been through a lot over all these years, especially on my like early on, for sure, because when I was like a very young adult, I definitely robbed myself of so many beautiful memories and so many beautiful experiences because I was always just so worried about food and not eating. It wasn't like what I was gonna eat. It was just like, there wasn't anything more that I wanted than to like eat, you know, like a cake that I knew was like one of my favorites at a family party. You know, I'm Mexican, so like, you know, Mexicans love to cook, and they love, you know, they love good food. I feel like in our culture, in the Mexican culture, food is how you like show your love and you show your like appreciation for people. It always revolves around food. Everything revolves around food in my culture. And so anyway, yeah, let's just say I'm just so happy. I'm in a place where I am just genuinely happy. And what more can you really ask for in life, you know? And I'm happy because I have good health. My daughter's healthy. You know, I have my mom. I have my family. Like, those are the things that really matter to me. You know, I have my community. I have my low carb love family. You guys make me feel so loved, you know? Sure, there's a few little haters, but that just comes with the territory, you know? I feel like that's just a little price you have to pay to be so public and basically put everything out there, right? Because that's how it is. You know, it's my choice. I put everything I know that I chose to do this, but at the end of the day, it's like everything I do, it comes from like a good place in my heart. Like, I genuinely love helping people. Like, I love being able to share my journey and you know, and help, even if it's just like one person out there. It's one of those things where it makes it all worth it, you know? So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I tried to answer a few of the questions that I know come up, you know, right now while I was just sitting here. But comment, please leave me your comments, because I love to go back through them, read them, and then figure out like, okay, should I make a video about this or should I just respond? But I am here for you. Like, this is what I love, to answer your questions and make things easier for you on your own weight loss journey. Okay, so again, if you are trying to lose weight, you're lost, you don't know where to start, I have my meal plan in the description. Pick that up. It is going to be so helpful for you. It has like a meal plan, it has a shopping list, what to eat, what to buy, what not to eat, what to snack on, all of that stuff. What else do I have in there? Oh, and of course, recipes. I also have some of my favorite recipes that have been super, super helpful that are ultra low carb. So that's there for you. And please share my video, share this video and my channel with friends and family that might be in the same situation. Maybe they're trying to lose weight or just trying to make like those healthier changes and don't know where to start. Okay, because things like this could be really, really helpful. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for listening. I did not expect to you know, shed a little tear, but hey, it happens. I appreciate you though. So I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.